Hey ADF fans, today I'm going to show you how to make a lookup transformation dynamic in your data flow. This way you can parameterize your lookup and you can build your data flow one time and then use different sources for your lookup. So lookup transformation in ADF data flow allows you to take your primary incoming data and reference data from another source. So that reference data becomes a set of columns that you can add into your primary data based on your own matching criteria. So before we go into the description of this dynamic lookup data flow that I have on my screen, let's start off with a very simple use of the lookup, a normal data flow that just uses the lookup as it is out of the box without making it dynamic. So you can follow along with me at home. I'm going to start a new data flow for this, and I will start with a new canvas. So you can go to new data flow and you'll have your blank canvas, and then you can start adding sources to it. So we're going to have two sources. The first, I'm going to use my movies CSV data. And so because this is a CSV file, all of the columns will come in as string by default. This is a text limited file. Now, since this is my primary source of data, I will call this primary source. And then what I'll do for the second source is the second source will be my reference data. So I'll call this reference data. And then what I'm going to do here is, instead of using a CSV delimited text file, I'll use a database. So I have some additional movies data here in my movies SQL DB. We can look at the projection here. Now this is the physical and logical projection because this is a database table. And the nice thing is that I have a movie column, which is my primary key, matching the same on my primary source as movie and this type string, so we're set to go there. Now there's one additional field here on the reference lookup that I want to add to my primary source, and that's data of ETL. And before we go ahead and do our lookup, let's take this reference data and let's make it ready for the lookup transformation. What I mean by that is that you may not want all of these columns. If you do a lookup against this source as it is, you're going to add all these columns into your primary source, which may be what you want. But in many cases, you're going to want to do a secondary projection through a select transformation. Select transformation will allow you to define that schema. So I'm going to call this lookup projection. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to pick out just the columns that I want. I'm going to use movie as the primary key. And the other columns are already present in my primary source. So data of ETL is the only additional column I want to bring back from this lookup. And that's it. Now when I add my lookup to the top to my primary stream, I can then pick lookup projection as the actual lookup stream I'm going to use. And then I can match movie with movie. And then I'll get all the data that I want to see from the match. Now when you're doing the lookup settings, what's important to note is that by default, the lookup transformation in Data Factory will now only give you one single row based upon either random selection, or you can choose first or last row. When you choose first or last row, you must give ADF a sort column for the matching criteria. So we will sort and then we'll use first last. If you have any, you don't need to sort. And that's all fine. I'm going to actually use matching multiple rows in this case. Alright, so that's a very primary fundamental use of the lookup transformation. Now, let's go back to the dynamic lookup and let's make this dynamic. So here I have my movie source, and then I have my database source, or my lookup source at the bottom. Pretty much the same as what we just built in the data flow with the lookup just a second ago. But on the bottom source, which I'm using for the lookup, there is no projection because I'm using a parameterized data set. So again, this is going up against Azure SQL Database. This is a table source, but I'm not defining it at design time. I'm using a late binding, and I'm going to use a data set parameter. So if you look at the data set, I have not selected a table name. Instead, I've said at datasets.tablename. That table name is a parameter that I've created here as a string parameter in my data set. In addition to that, because I'm now making this dynamic so that we can match on any column, I need to also pass into the data flow the name of the column I want to use for my matching criteria. So under parameters for data flow, I have a string parameter called join field. Now I'll pass into my data flow at execution time the name of the table and of the column that we will match on. So to get that column name out of this dynamic source, I use a function in the Dataflow expression language called byName. And I cast that to a string. So you see $join field here is the parameter. I'm saying essentially what this is saying is asking Dataflow to find the column by name, by the name that you send in, and casting that to a string. And then that string will match the data type of this movie. So now you can do your lookup. The lookup will go up against the set derived column down here, where we looked up that column name. Now notice that this is a derived column instead of a select transformation at the bottom. And that is because the select transformation is building your columns in the shape of your data, your projection essentially, from a set of existing columns. And this is fully schema-less because it's parameterized. So I'm using derived column to create a column called join call. All I have to do down the lookup is just use that join call as the right-hand side condition. So I'm saying movie equals join call, and so it's fully dynamic. And now when that happens, so now what we'll get is the same results essentially that we got when we hard-coded the names of the table and the matching columns. However, before we do that, we have to set the parameter values. So you go into debug settings and the parameters, and you can set that here. So the join field was movie, so this is a string column name. And then the table name is called movie stage on my Azure SQL database. You will now get the results that'll look just like it did when you hard-coded those values previously. Then after that, you just sync your results to whatever you want to write to. Now, what happens is when you go to execute this data flow, this is fully dynamic and reusable. So on my pipeline, what I do is for my data set parameter, I set the table name here. This is the activity, my data flow activity in my pipeline. And under data flow parameters, I set the name of the column. So you can change this at any time. These table names can change, and then you set the name of the column that you want to match on. And that's how you do dynamic lookups.